610 Rio Grande Avenue. This is a nice little street. Up on that side of the hill, there's more condos. That's all kind of been developed out as condos, but everything on this side of the street are homes. Then they're all old. You know, this neighborhood was built up back in the 50s, I would say. It's probably a mix of long-term owners, and then there's a fair number of rentals in this neighborhood too. So coming down the driveway, there's a gate there that enters into the main front portal, and then I'll show you around when we get here. So the point is that there's plenty of off-street parking, but you would have to park the cars, you know, in front of each other. But you could put 3 cars in here easy. And there's on-street parking too, which is residentially zoned, which means you have to have a permit to park there. So here's the gate to the main front door. And then this door goes into the kitchen. I'll show you that in a minute. Condition-wise, it's in really excellent shape. All the stucco is great. All the exterior wood trim is in really good condition. And then you have this lovely courtyard here, which is really private and quiet, and they have this amazing water feature too that's fun. All the landscaping that you see is on drip irrigation, which is good. That means you can kind of set it and forget it. So a couple of fruit trees out here, some rose bushes. I think that might be a cherry tree, and I'm not sure what that one is. I'd have to take a closer look. So let's go in the house. So there's a very small step down into the main living room here, and it has beautiful wood floors and a fireplace there in the corner. The windows in this room and in this part of the house have been replaced and updated. So those are insulated, newer windows. There's a vent down there that shows you that it's forced air heat. There's no cooling in this house. However, you could add whole house air conditioning after the fact because it already has all the vents. So really beautiful corbels, vigas on the ceiling. I have a feeling that this is a Stam home, and that's something I can tell you about later. Alan Stam was a builder back in around these times. He built really awesome houses. I've owned 2 of them so far. So there's a little bit of a step up here, but the wood trim is a slightly different color, so it gives you some visualization on that, so it's not like a tripping hazard or anything. Dining room, which is, you know, not huge, but it's enough for this round dining room table. And then those doors go out to another patio, small patio on the other side that has a big tree. And then we walk into the kitchen, and the kitchen has saltillo tile, which is very traditional, and it's been updated a little bit. Okay, so those are probably newer cabinets, newer countertop, looks like quartz. Gas stove. Dishwasher. That's the door that I mentioned that goes back out to the patio. So if you're in here cooking and stuff like that, you really could just open that door and it would be really cozy. The refrigerator, I think she said this one is new. Yeah, that one is brand new. Hasn't even been untaped yet. I would venture to say that these other appliances are new as well. There's nice under cabinet light and a cool backsplash subway tile, and then a mix of that newer glass stuff. Okay, so moving along. We're in the main house too, by the way. I should have mentioned that. So there's 2 bedrooms up here. This one is considered the primary bedroom. You'll notice that this carpet looks pretty new because it's brand new. And when they pulled out the old carpet, they determined that there are hardwood floors in both of these bedrooms underneath the carpeting, just like this. But the problem was they'd already ordered it. The carpet guys were here, so they just went ahead and did it. So just so you know, this could be taken off and you could have hardwood floors in here. So there's this pretty decent sized closet right here. Another heating vent. It's a little bit awkward place for a heating vent, but that is what it is. This window right here is one of the original windows. So that's a single pane window, and it's got a metal frame on it. And the reason why I think this house is a Stam house is because those windows were he used those all the time. A lot of the older Stam houses you see have those metal single pane windows. Going into the bathroom, I'll just show you this door here. It's a pretty cool glass door. They've got a little privacy thing on top of it. Nice and light and bright in here. Single sink, toilet, and then a nice big tub with a glass block wall there, so you get lots of extra light in here. There's a little bit of storage. And there's some cool old beams in here. So it's not Vigas, but really pretty traditional kind of looking Santa Fe style beams. This whole house is made of block too. It's not adobe, it's cinder block, literally. And that's something that was done a lot, honestly, back in around this time. They started switching from adobe to block for some reason. But it's real solid and it has a good feel to it. It really kind of almost feels like adobe in a lot of ways. Some of the interior walls might be frame, let's see. That's probably frame on this wall, but the exterior walls are block. Here's another one of these windows that I was telling you about. Single pane. So there's some lack of energy efficiency with those. Those could be replaced, but we're in the historic district, so it does take a few extra hoops, but it's totally possible to replace those if you really wanted to. And then this room back here is a little bit unusual in that it's the laundry room, but it's huge. It's a big room. I mean, this could be a little office if you needed, or maybe like a yoga room or something. So this is like kind of extra space, I would say, that could be repurposed. But of course you have the laundry in here too, but you could maybe hide that with something or build some shelves or something up there, I don't know. This is kind of a look down to the neighbors and down into the yard. We'll go down to the guest house in just a minute, but I'll show you out here. Basically the guest house is below this room. So one of the bedrooms in the guest house is directly underneath this room that we're in right here. This is a membrane roof, and they recently did some really nice maintenance on here. I can tell this has been kept in really good shape. So the roof has been also recently updated, also the roof on the main house. And then over there, a little bit further, you can see there's a metal roof, and that's covering the portal of the guest house. And you see a little bit of a peak of the gate. That's the access to the guest house from the other street. That's on the Griffin. All right, so that's pretty much it for the main house. Oh, I need to show you this other bathroom. And again, here's another closet. Everything is real fresh, you know. You don't need to paint or anything like that. I mean, you could really move right in here if you wanted. So this is the second bathroom. Has some really cute tile, little birds on it stuff. Nice pulls on the drawers. They're not fancy, but they're original. I mean, that's what the house came with, basically. And then they have a cute little cupboard there, toilet, and then a walk-in shower with more of that glass block. So it's not huge, but it feels a lot roomy because of all the glass, you know? Okay. So I'm gonna stop the video and then I'll start it up again as I'm heading down to the guest house. Oh, actually, let me walk around that other side real quick because I didn't show you that. Okay, so not a whole lot over here. It's just basically access to this little patio. There's a tree back here. Not a huge space, but maybe you could figure out a way to put a small dining room table out here or a couple chairs, something like that. But it's all walled for privacy and it's in really good condition. Okay, so now we're gonna head down to the guest house. So you go down this set of stairs here. Which is in pretty good shape. I can tell this has been painted recently. So there's a little area here that you could use for things too. Storing bikes or grill, I don't know. I mean, it's just a nice big space to have. That little door there goes into the crawl space and the laundry room for the downstairs unit. I'll show you that from the inside because that door is locked. 2 electric meters. So both of the houses are separately metered. And now you have this nice big area here too, where they've got a coyote fence that kind of separates again from the main house to the guest house. And these lovely planter boxes, which have been a little neglected, but those could probably be brought back. There's a little bit of a grapevine here, which is hanging on. See, all it just needs is some water and stuff and it'll be all right. Anyway, you've got these 2 really cool planter boxes over here. Might be a little bit on the shady side in this area for growing stuff, but it's worth a shot. Oh, there's 3 of them. There's another one tucked back over there. And then you have this nice big tree. I believe that's an elm. It's not preferred, but it is what it is. And some clean outs for the sewer line. That would be one thing we would definitely want to inspect, is to see what the sewer line condition is. A lot of times these older houses, they haven't upgraded the sewer lines. So that's something definitely to look at. Okay, so now you have this whole other really beautiful area that is for the guest house. This really cool, huge portal, which I showed you the top of the roof earlier. So that's got some Latias and Vigas on there. And really private. And all this space too, my gosh, I don't know what you would do with that. I mean, you could set up a bocce ball court or something in there. That's pretty unique. Here's another fruit tree that I'm standing under, I believe. Maybe another cherry tree, but I don't see anything on it. And then a nice graveled area for parking. And then a gate, so it's really secure. You could put a couple of cars in here easily. 4, maybe. I'm seeing signs of drip irrigation all over in here, but not a whole lot of stuff planted. So it's telling me that maybe this got neglected for a while. For example, there's 2 apple trees right there in the corner, which they definitely need water. And then there's another viney thing on here that's going along the whole fence. And that stuff, I don't know the name of it, but it'll just go crazy. And then another fruit tree. And then a nice little tidy spot for the trash cans. And then all these vines too are, I'm not really sure what those are, but I think they're all the same planted along here. And they're meant to be going up along that little shelf thing up there. These are Russian sage right here, these purple guys. Those will go everywhere, so you gotta try to keep those under control. And there's some more grapevines too right there. Again, they look a little sad, but with some TLC, they could come back. Okay, so one of the older stand windows. The stucco all looks really good to me. I'm seeing no issues condition-wise on the exterior. Roof stucco, windows, exterior wood trim, all looks really good. Oh, I'm just noticing too that they've got some pull-down shades on these 2 corners right here. And there's another one. Oh, on the whole side. There you go. So in case it's really hot and sunny in the summertime, you could pull those down and get a little bit of extra shade. So one small step up into the living room, which is really cute. This is all staged, by the way. Nobody's living here right now. There's a really cute little fireplace there in the corner. Another thing to look at would be oh, actually, wait a minute. They did a fireplace inspection and they cleaned the chimneys and everything, so it's good to go on that. And I can send you paperwork. These are kind of old school, but you see them a lot. It's a gas wall heater, and they work really well, and you know, they can last forever. So even though that might be a little bit old, my guess is it probably works just fine. And it's not a big space, so. So again, the kitchen looks very similar to the one upstairs. So they must have updated both kitchens at the same time. There's a little seating area for 2 people there. It's kind of tight to put any sort of dining room table. So I think that would probably end up being your main dining space right there. There is a small step up, but they put some different kind of tile on there so you can see it easily. There's a small chip on this Saltillo here. That's, you know, just normal wear and tear. It sucks, but you just would have to live with that. Down here is electric cooktop. Does have a hood. This refrigerator is older. That's getting replaced too, apparently. That is on order. This does not look like it's vented. It's just one of those ones that blows out. And it's not working. So that would be something to check on. Dishwasher. Okay, so, and it's Saltillo tile throughout until we get into the bedroom. This is considered probably the main bedroom. And there is a small step down from the Saltillo tile to the wood floors. And a really cute little fireplace again. Here's your wall heater. It's kind of a pass-through, so it's on both sides of the wall there. The windows in this room are a little bit older, original, and then it's got the beams again. So it's a little bit different than the Vigas, but it's beams and tongue and groove. But really nice, authentic feel in here. Apparently they had a leak on the faucet that's outside this wall right here, but they had that all replaced and repaired. Small linen closet. Another closet. Apparently they had this bottom unit rented out to one of the kids, and she lived here by herself for a while, long term. One bathroom, there's only one bathroom down here. Sink, toilet, and a shower. There's a couple parts where the ceiling gets a little bit on the low side down here, so you have to be pretty short to be comfortable in here. So we're switching back to the wood floors. And actually there's 2 more bedrooms back here, but she's counting them as one because one of them is really small. But it could be an office. Here is a fairly new looking hot water heater. But you can sort of tell the ceilings are pretty low in this little hallway, maybe like 7 feet. And this doorway is pretty short. I would say this doorway is maybe 6'4". I'm 6 feet. I don't have to duck to get through there, but apparently a guy came and looked at it the other day. It was 6'3", and he definitely ducked. This side is a little bit taller up. And this is the room that's kind of on the small side. Oh, there's another bathroom back here. I forgot about that. So this is teeny. This is probably 9 by 9 or maybe 10 by 10. But it has a window, has its own bathroom. And this back here has this, this is an electric wall heater. Those are very cool. They're pretty energy efficient. So they don't use a whole lot of electricity. Clearly they haven't used it for a while. And then another small closet. Walk-in shower, sink, toilet. I mean, this would make a really solid rental if you guys wanted to do like shorter term. So basically anything that you try to rent for less than 30 days, you're gonna have to get a short-term rental permit. And they just tightened down all the restrictions on that, so there can't be 2 short-term rentals right next door to each other. So if you did want to do anything that was like an Airbnb, anything less than 30 days, you have to get a permit for that. So we would have to check and make sure that there's no short-term rental units next door. But you don't need a permit to rent for anything over 30 days. So that means 1 month, 2 months, 5 months, 6 months, or even a year. So this could be a long-term rental or a medium-term rental. There's very high demand for both of those. And you can figure on at least $2 a square foot. So this door goes, so now we're kind of going into the underneath part of the house. So there's this crawl space, and this is the laundry down here. And I told you about that door that we looked at from the outside. That's that door there. So this can be locked out. And there's the laundry. If you wanted to get rid of the laundry altogether upstairs, you could just use this and it would be a shared laundry for both units. There's another hot water heater that's probably for the upstairs one. And some vents and stuff. The good news is that you got more storage down here too, by the way, for your rakes and a couple of nice solid shelves. And then that's the furnace for the heating unit for upstairs. And then underneath here, it's kind of dark, I don't know if I'll be able to show you, but that's all crawl space in there. So if you needed to do any upgrades or remodeling and things like that, it's great because you have the crawl space access and all that work can be done from underneath the house. That's how my house is. And I just put in air conditioning and they did it all underneath the house. Okay, I'm just about out of breath and out of words. So I'm gonna take off and I'll post this for you. You guys watch it and give me a call and we can discuss. Also on the way out, I'll do a little driving tour so you can see a little bit of the neighborhood. Alrighty. Just a quick tour here. I'm actually gonna turn around and go back out on Rio Grande. I just want you to see the neighborhood a little bit and the fact that you're literally like almost right downtown. And it's such a great location. You can walk down to the plaza, probably be, downtown in 10 minutes walking. So there's the house. Somebody else is coming to see it. I tried to lock all the doors when I left so they wouldn't be able to get in, but it didn't work. Okay, so down here on the right is Villas de Santa Fe. It's like a timeshare thing. That place is always really busy with lots of people coming and going, but it really doesn't affect you at all. On the left is Mountain Spirit, which is a medical clinic. That's where my wife works. Right there on the corner. They have acupuncture, massage, all that kind of stuff. So that's literally right down the street. Okay, right now we're on Paseo de Peralta, is the main road that kind of loops around downtown. And I'm gonna take a quick spin in towards down to the plaza so you can see just how close we really are. It's a beautiful fall day. It's like a little bit cooler today and tomorrow, but it's just like absolutely gorgeous. This is really my favorite time of the year. A lot of people think it's better to come in the summer, and to me it's really not, because it's too hot. But I love the cooler weather, and everything is just so crisp, and the light is amazing, and all the trees are going to start turning soon, and it's just really wonderful. So now we're on the corner of Griffin and Catrone. That's the new county building right there. They just built that about a year ago. So that's what, 3 blocks, 4 blocks, Mackenzie. I don't know what this guy's doing. And so now we're basically right downtown. That's Palace Avenue up there. If you go where this UPS, the mail truck is turning down that street, about half a block is the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum. And then this is the county building. Again, an old county building. And that's about it. Downtown.